Welcome everyone, today I'm trying out the new MAIP mod, and this thing's actually pretty good. Because at the time everyone was using this would be a story of complete cannibalism. These things are so creepy it definitely suits it. So before attempting to go on a long undefeated run, I decided to have a little bit of practice because my first fight was a lot closer than I wished for. As well as not putting all my abilities on, I had to get used to the full damage again because all the servers with no lag had no full damage recently. Also, I wanted to wait for more servers to get the MAIP so I didn't have to worry about all dragons and birds and stuff. I didn't actually show it in my last video because I had to keep cutting it out, and a lot of fights I had to cut out too because the birds were making it lag so badly it was throwing everyone around everywhere. But even the craziest servers are removing them now, so that's good.
Got him just about. Whoa.
So a few days later, while growing up, I was following this carcharodontosaurus that was climbing up the mountains. I'm not sure why he was trying to climb up it. It was pretty obvious, there was absolutely no way he was getting down here alive. Because what goes up must come down, and what goes down must go in my belly, even if it half kills me. And boy did it come close. For some reason I always seem to know when someone's going to get themselves killed before it even happens. After that, I made my way to GP and saw this sleeping PT Rex. Now if he'd just tried biting me back, I would have give up straight away because them things were really overpowered. They have been nerfed recently, so I don't think they're as good anymore. I was pretty surprised I was still managing to get him underwater, but in all the confusion, I didn't realise I was about to start drowning. So I just about survived drowning, but when I crossed the river, a load of crocs had took out the PT Rex and I was absolutely gutted. He was trying to cross the river again to stop me from killing him, and that's what he got for that. Because everyone group attacks on this server, I was going to just fight every single MAIP I saw and kill them and take their claws. After that I saw this bleeding mate running through the swamp. So he kept inviting me to his group, but after what's been happening to me on here recently, I trust absolutely no one. After that I started chasing this little dilo through GV. Because of the wide range on the claws, it's so easy to kill small dinos with these things, and you really just don't need tail attack at all. Seems like you're much better off just going all turning circle with them, mate. So eventually the dilo would try swimming away, so I took him out. After delivering my trophy, I then saw two mates. One was only a baby, but one was an adult, so I started fighting him. I like the way he went off the ledge faster than me and didn't get full damage. This server has turned me into a complete cannibal. So the next day I jumped on and I walked to GP. And when I walked through this bush, there was someone in there, but a PT Rex come running over, so I got out of the way. He was more than likely on mobile because he could see him sitting there. On mobile it doesn't actually show most of the bushes. So this other alio must have thought I was with this PT Rex and he come over and started biting me. See, the claws might not do all that much damage, but you're pretty much guaranteed to hit them if they're smaller than you. After that I started following this MAIP so I could steal his claws. There is absolutely no way I'm grouping up with anyone on this server, especially after I've bit him. By this time I was starting to get quite a collection in my home cave. One fight I definitely forgot to record because there was an extra claw. When I walked out of my home cave, this young MAIP started chasing me around trying to bite me, but I couldn't bite him back yet. But as soon as the home cave timer was over, I was on him. At the time his picno friend was round the corner fighting a dinosaurs. So after that I went round there and started chasing after him. Around this time I attacked a Novi player, but I didn't record it because he just kept running right and left and tail attacking, running away from me. So after I said in the chat, these things are a lot weaker than I thought because his tail attack was doing quite a bit of damage. He then started telling me it was because I was a bad MAIP player. But he was the one running away, tail attacking, like he thought that that was skilled fighting. I don't even need tail attacks because I'm not that useless. So after this, I would have the worst luck ever. I was fighting this duck and I was beating him badly. If he had just stepped back with lateral movement aiming at me, I would have been completely screwed. So he kept swimming away and hiding the other side of the water. We kept coming back and I kept beating him and he kept swimming away, but eventually I would just get sick of it. So after I logged out and I waited for the timer to go, but my body couldn't have disappeared because when I logged back on, he had swum over and killed me. I'm not sure what causes that, it must be lag or something, but I actually watched my Yeti body the other day and it stayed there for over 2 minutes after I logged out and I even waited for the timer. So later on I logged on and obviously found out he had killed me. So I ended up having to kill myself a load of times to get a decent spawn. Worst thing was it was someone that I was beating badly. But no one had actually beaten me in a fight yet, so that's all that matters. But eventually I spawned near GV and started fighting this Cryptops. The amount of dinos that can outstab this thing is pretty annoying. So many people just kept getting away from me after they started to fight. There was so many fights that I just didn't even bother recording because people just run away or just run away tail attacking. So the next day I logged on and I could hear someone walking through the tunnel, so I snuck up on them. And as I looked round the corner, it was a sleeping Dasp. His friend was not too happy with me. As I was eating this dust, a Quetzal come in trying to attack me. Once I got used to this thing, I actually do more damage to myself than my opponents. That's what I get for playing on them stupid servers with no fall damage. So the Quetzal had enough and he flew away. So the next day my friend jumped on with me and we sat in this bush because it was raining, and all of a sudden a mate walked round the corner. I couldn't believe the amount of people putting tail attack on this thing. It's pretty crazy. That tail is so small, it's just going to do nothing. It did so little that I didn't even notice people were using it until I looked back at the video. When fighting the same size dino, turning radius is way more important than tail attack.
Another mate bites the dust.
Later on when I got on, my friend was fighting this Rex.
Whoa. Alright.
So all of a sudden my friend had run out of stamina with a little baby dinosaurs biting him. So I ran in and finished off the Rex.
He's about to die.
This shows how weak the attacks on this really are, because my friend's been biting him forever and he just gave himself full damage and it still took this long. Later on we went to GP to do some more bushing.
What is that?
Now if he had just sat there still, I wouldn't have even seen him there, so I don't know why he moved.
Killed it. What was it? Concavenator. You got bushed, brother.
Later on, those same concavenators kept following us around. Not long after, one tried attacking me, so my friend jumped in the water after him.
Are you clawing him?
After that, I found this
Yeah.
mate running through birch woods. If you notice, this is actually the first time I noticed someone using tail attack because it's that weak.
He's got tail attack. No one's got tail attack on these.
I just wish I started this fight with full stamina because he managed to get away from me, but my friend chased after him and killed him.
Oh, you hit me. Oh, I ran out of stand. I was doing him badly. You can't have many hits left. Did he die? You got him.
So the next time I jumped on my own and I was looking for something big to take out, but just before the restart I saw this Nobiana. Because of the amount of mid-sized dinos recently, finding something big to kill was getting extremely hard. Worst thing was, every time I found one it was a Novi and they always swam away from me. Either that or they just run away tail attacking. As soon as it starts to restart, he suddenly wants to fight. After biting him a couple more times, he didn't want any more. After that, I was sneaking through this bush where I could hear a Yeti in the distance. And just like that, they walked through the bush without even seeing me. So mid-fight, I accidentally pressed the PS button. I have no clue how I got out of it that quickly. Right there, he had a free shot to just bone break me and didn't take it. At this time, the Yeti had infinite stamina, so while you're getting attacked, healing yourself does not work, so do not do it like they just did. Even if you're bleeding the tiniest little bit, it still won't heal you either. So when healing with a Yeti, you gotta make sure that you run well away from them. After that, I went to GP and started fighting this aloe, but he soon do what most people do on here, just run away tail attacking. I'm really clueless where all the really good players have gone. They used to all be on Velocity's realm, but it's not like that anymore, it's mostly young kids. Worst thing was, I started this fight with half stamina, so I had to be really careful, and that was the only reason he was managing to hit me. What these people don't understand is, if they choose turning radius over that tail attack, they'll be able to turn around and bite me. Instead, they struggle to fight a mate with no stamina. For some reason during this fight, my claw attack would not work. I kept pressing it, but it just wouldn't do anything until suddenly it did it once, but that was it. I just wish I sat down before this fight because it would have been so much easier if I had some stamina. He would have bled to death a long time ago if it would let me actually claw him. So eventually he'd run away from me, and I'd catch him up again, but he'd just keep running and tail attacking, so I just left him. I'm pretty sure you could teach a parrot to fight on this game like these people. All it's got to do is press the joystick forward and press tail attack, and he's sweet. I've definitely proved my point, he's even doing it while I'm not there. So here I had it, I was getting chased by 2 cryptops and I didn't have any stamina, so I was definitely going to die, but boy did I put up a fight. I thought I was going to die instantly. Little did I know, I was going to almost kill the pair of them. At one point, bet the pair of them had to back off, even though they're more powerful than me. If only I had stamina, I would have killed the pair of them. I shouldn't have started running. You can tell they didn't have a clue what they were doing. I take out these things in seconds with the cryptops, no matter how good they are. It's literally bone break them, take their back, run away from them, then bone break them again, take their back, kill them, done. I had a feeling it was going to take more than one person to eventually take me out, and it did. Just like that, I had made them both run off, but they was definitely going to come back and kill me because I didn't have any stamina. Whoever this is really needs to learn how to use the cryptops because they should have killed me in seconds. The cryptops can just face tank this, which is the worst thing about it. Eventually it ends up that way and I'm done. How they took that long to kill a mate with no stamina is just completely crazy. Shouldn't have even been a fight, I should have died straight away, but they were clueless. Nothing sucks more than dying to clueless players.
You're crying like a big child.
But that's okay because they definitely wouldn't have won on their own because they both almost died with 2 of them. With dinos they hit way harder than me. And they had bone break and didn't even use it. Because they haven't, I thought I'll show you what I do with the cryptops at the end. So what do I think after using the MAIP? Well, it's pretty good. It matches up well against the other dinos of its size like the Allo, the Pycno, the Ute and the cryptops. But when it comes to punching above its weight, it's nothing like the Ute or the cryptops or the Allo. Pretty much every time I fought a large carnivore that had the slightest clue what he was doing, it was a struggle. And that is not the case with any of them other dinos. So next I'm going to show you what I do with the cryptops. All of this happened in the space of 5 minutes. It didn't start off very good as I missed and hit his tail with a bone break. So this guy just knew he was going to die no matter what, so he started sitting down while his friend was trying to stop me killing him. Now he knew his friend had hurt me, he wanted some. Because of the PT Rex, it seems most official Rex players now don't have tail attack anymore, so they can actually fight him. So after killing that Rex, I walked across Green Hills where I found this trike. So when you leave an area, it often gives you a mission to go back there, and you can see here it did for me. Because it says about 2.5 minutes are gone, and it takes about 1.5 minutes to get out an area, that means I left the salt flats about 4 minutes before this. These players weren't exactly good, but killing that amount of people in that amount of time was crazy. And that far away from each other too. There is nothing worse than having a good player with one of these stuck on your back. And if people start tail attacking, it's so easy to weave in and out and bite them without getting hit. They're very short with a tiny head, so that's probably why. He was trying to turn on me the same way you do with the Albert, but it doesn't work with the EO, I'm pretty sure. Don't actually use EO trikes because they're just way too OP. Pretty sure most EO trike players I've seen use precise movement to kill everyone. This trike did not have a clue what to do, he just kept running back in the water. I have no clue why I did that then, but I wasn't making a video so I didn't really care. I was so lucky here, I was just about to run out of stamina. How much damage these cryptops take is just stupid. I'm charging straight at his head and it's barely doing anything. So I spoke about this on one of my videos, so seeing as I got killed by 2 cryptops, I thought the right time to show it was now. I hope you all enjoyed the video, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all later.